Hi, my name's Leona from Supra Conscioussoul, and this is your January reading for Pisces. Sun, Moon and Rising, and also I'm adding on the North Node at the end. So your North Node is in your natal chart, and that's about your direction, your purpose in life. So you would have to go on to astro.com or put in free natal chart to find out where your North Node is. However, right, let's get to the main reading. So I've already pulled your oracle cards to save time. Now we're going to look at Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising, God, Source, the Universe, Archangels, for the highest good of all. What do they need to know? What do they need to know? Please deliver a clear, precise message. Thank you. Thank you. So we have the Two of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Five of Rods. We have the Temperance card. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Tower card. And a Judgment coming out of the reading. So underneath the deck we have the Devil. So I feel like this month for you guys, Pisces, there's some kind of letting something go. You're cutting the ties to something. It may be a codependent relationship. It may be an addiction. It may be somebody's control. It may be... It's almost like there's, for some of you, it could be that there's a balance between saint and sinner. It's almost like you're going between this balance between vice and virtue. You could either be trying to be really good, or you can be trying to keep up to your New Year's resolutions, let's say, for example, or you could be kind of spiraling the opposite way. This is about looking at the things that are controlling us, the things in the material world. So what would the devil try to hold us on to here by, for example? Oh, we have to do this because this is this, and we have to do that. It's like all of those things that we're controlled by, all of those things that, the material things that we tell ourselves that we need to have. It can also be about releasing ourselves from some kind of ego as well, because the devil card can be about ego. But it may be just that you're releasing yourself from some kind of, maybe a toxic person as well. Maybe some kind of relationship where they could even be abusive with the devil. Or it could just be that you're just going in a more spiritual direction, because the opposite of that, like I said, the saint, the sinner, you're going more towards spirit as opposed to the things that are keeping you in the material world. It may be for some of you that you're realizing certain material things aren't everything, perhaps. Now, we do have the King Solomon card here. Now, this is number 21, and it's talking about preparing yourself, taking some kind of responsibility here, sorting out things that need to be done. But it's about taking risks, but they're very calculated risks. There's preparation that's involved in this. It's like somebody's moving towards their goal. It's like, in a sense, this is about controlling your own destiny. You deciding what it is that you want to do, taking the steps towards it, doing all of the other work that's in there for it. There's a lot of work going on here in terms of something. It's like, it's almost in a sense that you're saying to yourself, look, I'm in this now. I've invested all of this energy into this now. So like, I'm not just going to drop this right now. It's like you're preparing for something. There is a plan. There's some kind of thing that you have in motion that you're trying to work towards, whether that's your career and you're trying to get to a certain position in your career, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's towards buying a home, perhaps. Maybe but it's something that you're trying to work towards, maybe going to university. There's lots of things that there's steps that need to be taken to do those plans. You don't just say, I'm going to do that, and then you do it. There's certain steps that need to be taken. Now, we also got, when I was shuffling these cards, we had several fall out. Now, I was only meant to be taking 2, but we have 5, so that's okay. Now, we have, the first one that popped out was Maiden. And then after that, the rest just came out. So, Maiden is about a woman. It's about somebody, or it's a female that feels kind of vulnerable in some sense. Or it's somebody, for some of you, if you're a male, it's a female that makes you feel kind of vulnerable. Yeah? She represents purity, innocence. Yeah? It could be that somebody is being this kind of maiden here, but we do have the masked card, yeah, which is about, for some it can be about hiding. Maybe there's parts of their self that they don't want to accept, yeah. For others it could be that somebody's trying to mask your individuality when it comes to the Devil card as well. It can be that there's a need for somebody to take off a mask, maybe you, somebody that you're dealing with. We also have mud, so it's like there's this complex situation going on. Maybe you want to approach somebody, but you're having to prepare how to approach them, or somebody's trying to approach you, but they're having to prepare how to approach it. In some senses, I'm getting that it's like somebody's always had a mask on. So it's like now when they're coming to the person vulnerably, there's a sense of not believing because of this mud here. Now, we also got Paul, which is talking about somebody's reflection. It can also be, it depends whether you see it as something that's quite tranquil or whether you see it as something that's quite stagnant now. Now, I feel like that could be, there could be some clarity in that reflection. After, like, I feel like there's some kind of mask that needs to come off, either you or somebody towards you. And we also have the Star of Aspiration, which is basically just about discovering. Yeah. So I feel like there's some kind of clarity that comes out of this mud here. It's like maybe the pool gets drained. Maybe somebody looks at the reflection more clearly. Maybe you realise that there's an underground cave in there. So it's that kind of energy. We do have more water energy, actually. We have, because I picked one from the psychological cards, and you got the houseboat. I'm going to read that in a minute. And then you got Atlantis. So there's very much watery energy here. There's a lot of things that are going on below the surface here. We do have you needing to make a decision. It can be about choosing sides. It can be about opposition here. That is with Temperance. So Temperance talks about trying to get two things to come together, but in some kind of divine timing as well. It may be somebody's having to make a decision about how something comes together. We do have some communication here with the Page of Swords. This can also be a turning point mentally, yeah, where you're using logic over your heart in some way when it comes to being able to communicate your decision, perhaps. Pages are very young energies, though, so it is just a turning point. Sorry, I was supposed to read Atlantis, and I was saying Atlantis, you see with the Two of Swords there, Atlantis can also be Atlantis back in the day, or how the myth of Atlantis is that there was this society that was perfect, yeah? Now, it had a good political structure, yeah? Or should I say the story behind it, not necessarily the myth, but the story behind it is that it had a great political structure. However, it used to use the energy of crystals. Now, Sometimes there were some politicians that weren't using the energy of those crystals in a productive way or in a harmonious way to the people. So there was kind of like some kind of political corruption going on. So that could be at work for some of you. That could be just somebody trying to get in the way, because we do have the Five of Rods there. That does talk, we do have this kind of cat fight going on here at the end, but that is like rivalry, jealousy. But we'll get to that now. The houseboat was saying that this is a complex relationship. You know, there's a lot to it. It brings pleasure and fun, and it's unusual. That makes it very interesting with plenty going on, like a work in progress towards a clearer definition of things. That's the central issue, in fact. You both have different requirements in this relationship, one seeking some sort of stability, even permanence, the other looking for some idea of the direction to take. It's a serious matter, this divergence. It leads to an unsettled state of affairs. However much you are both enjoying it for the time being, perhaps you should be prepared to talk more openly about these things. It needn't in any way lead to quick decisions. There's a lot to keep this affair afloat, so take your time. Now that's the houseboat cards from the psychological cards. Now, yeah, so Atlantis, there's things going on under the surface. There's things kind of going on that may be brought to reflection here, let's say, cleared up, yeah? Now, that can come in some sort of communication with the Page of Swords. That could be internet. I feel like with the Temperance card, it's trying to ask you to stay balanced in your approach as well with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords can be the spy card. So I feel like somebody's being watched. Either you or somebody else is watching there with the Page of Swords. They're kind of seeing how something comes together. We do have that Two of Swords. So you're feeling like there's a stalemate, or you're feeling a bit conflicted in your energy. You don't really want to move forward with something. You're feeling pulled in both directions. It could be two equally good points, or it could be that you're just having some kind of conflict with somebody, or mentally, internally. Now we have the Five of Cups. So there's an event that's happened where some cups were spilt and people are not really happy about it. But we do have two more cups here. Now, what's interesting is with this card as well, he's dropped all his coins on the floor and Captain Hook's like, well, I can't pick it up. So what about this hand? So what this card is telling you is to not really worry right now, to stop focusing on what could go wrong or what you don't have in a situation, to very much focus on what you do. You also have the Ace of Swords under that, which is about clarity, focus, deciding which direction to take, kind of cutting through some kind of barrier in a way, kind of bringing a full stop to something. It's about victory after a struggle here as well. Now, the Tower card comes in and just changes things. The Tower card is an event that happens quickly. Yeah, there could be some kind of drawing a line in the sand here, some kind of communication that is very to the point here with this Ace of Swords. Now, we then move to the Five of Rods. The Five of Rods is moving into your future row now, and this is talking about some kind of delays, some kind of obstacles. There's competition, yeah? However, you are putting the work in here. It could be that there's some obstacles or you feel like there's some delays around work. However, if that's what you're feeling, I'm feeling like these two cards are talking about you're raising your skills. You're using your skills right now. And also I feel like the scales are balancing here now. We have more than enough abundance of apples here now to start balancing these scales. I just feel as well that things are starting to move forward. The Eight of Pentacles is people looking at the hard work that you're putting into a situation or you're putting into it yourself. It can be a good card of healing as well. If you was going through some kind of healing with the Temperance that stopped you moving forward in some way, yeah, I feel like as you move towards the end of January, there's more healing. We do have a massive decision that's made at the end of January or towards the end. depending on how fast you move through. Now, this is the Judgment card. It may be a reunion. It may be coming back from the dead in some way. So it's like rising out of the ashes. Yeah, hearing the call. We have somebody putting something in somebody's ear here. Yeah. Maybe in order to create obstacles, because we do have that Five of Wands there. That is Saturn in Leo. Somebody's trying to restrict something. Somebody's trying to maybe stop something happening. Or there could be somebody just has a different opinion to what you have moving forward. They're just like, no, this is the way I want to do it. This is the way I want to do it. Now, people could be looking at the way you handle that situation. The Tower card is an event that comes in quickly, yeah? It can be a burst of energy, especially with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there could be an event or something that happens, yeah, where 3 of these cups are getting knocked over. Somebody feels wounded emotionally. There could be a lashing out with the Tower, because this is Mars energy, and then we have this sword here. Then we also have, for your romance angels, we have getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Now, there could be somebody coming in, but I feel like you know them, because we do have the thinking woman as well. So it says that there's somebody that comes into your life that you find very beautiful, very sexy, very intelligent. For some of you, it's that somebody comes and gives you more clarity. This can talk about teaching, studying, learning something new for some of you as well. Something that takes you up this staircase here. Or it could just mean that a woman is coming into, if you're a male, that a woman is coming into your life who is very kind of knowledgeable, very intuitive, brings some kind of clarity. We also have, this could be the one, and it says you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So for some of you guys, I don't really see a new relationship as such in this card, but it doesn't mean that it can't be coming in towards the end. You may be working on an existing relationship, getting to know each other better, deepening a bond for some of you. There's some kind of clarity that's brought forward with this, or this, you feel like you have to continue this battle. You're working hard towards your goal anyway with the Eight of Pentacles. Just going to clarify. There's some kind of communication that comes in that leads to an event where somebody draws a line in the sand. There's some kind of maturity that's needed with the Temperance card, needing patience, moderation, balance. It's the card of Sagittarius. There is some kind of regrets emotionally though. We have the Four of Wands. It could be about a commitment here. There's some kind of communication about a commitment, about a reunion perhaps, about a celebration, a party. We have the Magician. Now, somebody communicated here with the Magician. They held out their sword. They was saying, this is what I think and this is what I'm going to say. There was some kind of communication there. The Magician card is about taking control. Let's see what the Tower. We have the Ace of Swords again. This time he's honing his craft. He's like, yeah, it was something that was done well with the Ace of Swords. It's like, yeah, there was some kind of quick communication that happened. Something happened. There was definitely some kind of victory. We do have 3 wands as well, which talks about leadership, taking control. We also have the Moon card, which is the card of Pisces, moving forward. So we're looking at that 5 of wands here and what we have a conflict with. So for some of you, it's that you're having conflicting fears. For others, it's that you're dealing with maybe somebody else that's a Pisces. It can also talk about hidden information, hidden enemies perhaps. Maybe it's brought out in some way here with the 5 of rods, because this is an external energy, brought out from this internal energy. Let's have a look at the 8 of Pentacles. Queen of High Priestess in reverse, sorry. That means secrets, lies, deception, yeah. Somebody is coming with that, or they're not coming with the whole truth. It can be betrayal by a woman in reverse like that as well. It may be that you're pulling yourself into your work for a lot of you, yeah. For a lot of you, you don't want to be doing with the external stuff. You're trying to like focus on your job right now, yeah. Maybe that's where you're hearing your calling with the Judgment card as well. You're like, no. 2 aces as well, and the Magician. You could be very much focused on your work right now. Maybe for some of you, this emotional stuff is like, no, I'm not even going to engage with that because it may be distracting me from my work. We've got the 2 aces there. The Tower comes in. It's like, it's almost like if you want to create this change, you have to be the change this month, Pisces. You have to kind of release yourself maybe from old ways of doing things. We have the King of Pentacles. This is about stability, abundance, work. Yeah, being an entrepreneur, being a businessman, engaging, businessman or woman, regardless of sex. It's about abundance. It's about wanting to create something stable for dependence. Yeah, it may be that a King of Pentacles comes into your life for some of you there as well. That's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. In terms of major arcana, the High Priestess in reverse is definitely one to watch out for. It could be that information comes out from that as well. We have a jumper, 9 of Cups in reverse. Truth coming out. The 9 of Cups is about something coming out from underneath the table. It's like he's distracted here. He's distracted, and as he's being distracted, he could get eaten there as well. So it's about something coming out like that. Something that was hidden. Maybe somebody's wish, somebody's desire. We've got the Knave of Wands here. That could be somebody who is very much a free spirit. Somebody, it can be about communication, about how to move forward on something as well. It's being courageous. It's taking the bull by the horns, in so to speak, or throwing the fear to the fire there and just going for something, yeah? I do feel like for a lot of it, you've got this goal, you've got this challenge that you're just wanting to do. There's this rebirth coming as well. It could be that there's some kind of family coming together, yeah? You are being told to connect to your inner child a little bit more as well this month in order to connect to your joy, in order to connect to your abundance. Now, I'm going to have a look at the North Node reading, yeah? So, for North Node, if this is your North Node, let me get a clarifying deck. I've got one, right. So, you have restriction, joy guides. So there's something that has your mind kind of locked down right now. There's some kind of idea that you're carrying around. There's some kind of principle here that you feel is stopping you from doing something. You feel locked down mentally in some way. It's almost an energy of saying, damned if I do, damned if I don't, so to speak. You're in this kind of balance. Now, What you're needing to do to get past this is to connect to your joy guides, to connect to that inner child again. We do have that inner child energy there as well. And these ones are yellow like the sun. So it's saying that you need to connect to that joy again. You need to find that inner passion, that inner spirit. Yeah. It may be that somebody's getting in the way. Ooh. Right, we have 2. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, which is about you working on your work again. That is a double 8 of Pentacles there. Look, focused on your work. And you're saying no to something. You're saying no to some sort of conflict here. Yeah. It's like, I'm not having it. I am focused on this. I'm not going to allow you to take that energy in a way. You also got new life, which is interesting, because this is saying that something is being born. It may be a child. It may be something that you've been carrying, some kind of desire, some kind of wish, something that you're wanting to be birthed into reality. Yeah, you're wanting this kind of new life. You're hoping for this. You're hoping to go through this gateway in order to get this new life. And that's what you're working for. It's like you're planting the seeds there. Let's have a look. And I feel that has a lot to do. New beginning. We have the Fool card. It's like you're taking a leap of faith in some direction, Pisces. You're wanting to move forward. You're wanting to explore, or you're needing to explore. It's not about allowing people's energy to override you here. It's about finding your passion, finding your love, finding the fun again. And it's about allowing yourself to take this leap of faith, this new start here. And that's the Divine Mother card. That's about birth, creating something, something of value. Right, we've got one more card. Let's take... Okay, so yeah, you're needing to look at what you're expending your energy to, yeah? What are you not allowing to start? What are you not giving birth to? What are you not putting your energy into? Where have you taken away your self-care from yourself, possibly? Where are you frightened to take on a project, perhaps, or something? Where is your inner feminine confidence lacking in some way? Where do you feel like you can't grow something here? Maybe I just feel like for some of you, you're just feeling like, for some, you're getting into a slump. So there's a need to kind of get yourself out of a slump here. There's some need to kind of put some energy back into yourself again. Some self-care, some self-love. We also have the card of Isis, which is a very divine feminine card. We have Illuminated Master. Isis was Ma-Re in Lemuria. Isis, the High Priestess of Atlantis, or Atlantis. Mother of Horus in Egypt. Yeah, I knew that one. And Mary, Mother of Jesus. She was always overlit by the universal angel Mary, who helped Isis past her initiations and ascend in each lifetime. This card reminds you of the power of the feminine. Face your challenges with equanimity and courage, knowing that you are helped by angels. Keep your light bright and your energy pure no matter what, and this will enable you to influence many on their ascension path. Remember, there is a greater plan. So your affirmation is, I face my challenges with calm and strength. So I really do hope that has helped. If you'd like to join my personal Facebook group that I have, it's My Super Conscious Soul. Visit the group and click on there and you can come and join us. We do moon readings, look at the moon phases. There's ask questions on there. So thank you for all your likes, your shares and your subscriptions. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and to maybe comment, just so it gets the video out to more people. Take care, stay blessed. If you like a personal reading from me, all the information is below. If you join my Facebook group, you get money off readings. So take care, stay blessed. Bye-bye.